When it comes to GTA Online updates, not every vehicle is released on patch day, and there are several unreleased cars whose prices have already been leaked, and there are a total of 6 unreleased vehicles that are coming in future update weeks to GTA Online. And so today on the show, we're going to be showcasing each one of these unreleased vehicles, as well as talking about all their prices and customization, and also showcasing some gameplay to highlight each vehicle's performance, particularly with the bottom dollar Bounties DLC Dripfeed. The vehicle selection to look forward to is going to be a mixed bag. I think some cars are definitely pretty cool, and I am looking forward to them, and then there's others where I'm just not looking forward to them so much. And I'll also be curious to hear from you guys in the comments which DLC cars that you guys want to see, and also which ones are going to be ones that you want to pass on when they do actually release in game. So as we get started, if you enjoyed this video at any point, or if you just find it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you want to stay up to date with everything GTA Online and Rockstar games, then please consider hitting that subscribe button with your bell notifications turned on. I will have timestamps for all of the vehicles in my description, so if there's just one or two that you're interested in, you can skip around and watch the parts that you want. But for everyone else who is curious about the entire drip feed, let's just get started, and then after that we could talk about release order and things like that. So starting off, the Overflod Pipistrello, it's already released with day 1 of the bottom dollar bounties update, but it's only for GTA Plus members. The rest of us are going to need to wait until next Thursday with the new event week for that card to release, but it's not technically completely unreleased right now, so I'm not including that here on this list. We'll instead start with the Warstock cash and carry website vehicles. Also, a little disclaimer, post-editing hazard here. I tried to secure you guys some gameplay basically going through these DLC vehicles so you could see the performance, but this game just is not running. My GPU is like totally shot. I can't even open the game for more than 5 seconds now without it crashing, so unfortunately I do apologize, I can't get you guys gameplay, but what I can get you is some screenshots showcasing these vehicles in game. These are coming from Classic GTA, so shout out to him. Once again, apologies for that, but with that being said, let's jump back into the video. Jumping in, we have the Vapid Dominator FX Cruiser. The Vapid Dominator FX Cruiser is going to be another emergency class vehicle, and it's going to be priced at $4,950,000. But if you don't want to pay for its full retail value, you can also complete the requirements and unlock the trade price for this vehicle, which will cost you $3,712,500. It is a cop car variant of the Dominator FX, which we're going to talk about a little bit later, and that's based off of those Fox body Mustangs used by highway patrols in the early 1980s. And this edition isn't as random as many people think. It actually is a nod to the historical use of these Mustangs in those high-speed pursuits from some police departments, and so while it is certainly niche, I do think this adds some really cool historical depth and authenticity to GTA Online's vehicle roster. Moving on, we also have the Declasse Impaler LX Cruiser. This is another emergency class vehicle. It's going to cost $4.8 million, and it has a trade price of $3,600,000. This car is inspired by the 1980s Chevy Caprice police cars, and Rockstar has cleverly included these cop cars from several different decades now, which I think is pretty cool to see. We already have the 70s Greenwood Police Cruiser and the 90s Impaler SZ Cruiser that released day 1 with the bottom dollar Bounties DLC update. But if you're thinking, well, Rockstar should have given us some newer police cars too, like a Bravado Buffalo STX Cruiser, or maybe even a Cara police pickup truck, or they can even go full crazy and give us some Need for Speed Hot Pursuit style police cars like an Overflod Entity XF police car, or a Coquette police car, or maybe even like a Pegassi or Lamborghini style police car. Honestly, anything like that out there that you would see in those old Need for Speed Hot Pursuit games, I would be in full agreement with you right there. Maybe next DLC, Rockstar will go crazy with those modern police cars. I don't think this update will be the last one we see with cop cars, but who knows for sure. So those are the 2 unreleased police cars. Let's now move on to showcasing the standard civilian DLC vehicles that we can expect to release from the San Andreas Super Autos website. So jumping in, we have the Canis Castigator. The Castigator is going to be an SUV class vehicle with a price of $1.65 million. Its design is primarily based on the Jeep Avenger, and so this is most likely going to be a very surprising addition. I mean, it was to me. I think the community at large had hoped for the inclusion of a Jeep Trackhawk. Despite this though, the Castigator does bring a more unique offering to the game. Unique doesn't necessarily mean good in this case, and just from testing it out in story mode and driving around, the performance isn't all that great, but expect this to release at some point, so maybe start to grieve right now for the fact that yes, we got a brand new Jeep in this update, but it wasn't the Jeep that everyone actually wanted to see added. Moving on, we have that Vapid Dominator FX I was talking about before. This is a muscle car, and it comes with a price tag of $1,550,000. It is modeled after the 1979 to 1981 Fox body Mustang. While some fans may have preferred the later 1987 model due to its arguably more iconic status, the addition of a Fox body Mustang in any form is still going to be welcome for all car enthusiasts in the game, I think. This car offers a really nice blend of classic muscle aesthetics, but you also with that get a bit more modern performance and a nice modern feel to it. After that, we have the Pegassi Pizza Boy. This is going to be the most affordable vehicle in the entire DLC, costing under $200,000. It actually has a retail price of $195,000. It falls into the motorcycles class, and it is inspired by a mix of various scooters commonly used for pizza delivery. You know, that low price and the unique design do make it an interesting and more gimmicky addition to the game overall, and will most likely either be needed to do upcoming pizza delivery activities that we're going to get, or maybe you can already do them, and after you do a bunch of deliveries, you get the trade price for the vehicle, which will cost you $146,250. Finally, we wrap up with the Benefactor Vorschlaghammer. This is going to be a sedan class vehicle, and it will cost you $1,790,000. Its real-life counterpart is the Mercedes-Benz W124 AMG Hammer, and that is most certainly reflected in its powerful performance and the sleek design you're going to get with the Vorschlaghammer, and the name pays homage to its real-life inspiration. And of course, this car I would imagine will be a fan favorite just from the fact that there were so many people raving about seeing it when it was first featured on the cover art of the Bottom Dollar Bounties DLC. From what I can tell from story modifications, the customization is quite nice here, and I also think players will be very happy to drive this car in-game. It has really good performance, and it feels like how that car would actually perform in real life, so that's pretty neat right there. Now, with all those cars out of the way, let's just talk very briefly about release pattern real fast. In terms of DLC history, we used to get a Dripfeed vehicle basically once per week or every other week, with a few months of content drought before the next DLC, but now recently, Rockstar has started to use their GTA Plus subscription service as a way to drip feed the new content into the game. What I mean by this is that Rockstar now prefers to roll out a fresh car each month to coincide with the new subscription period, so I'm expecting nothing different for this DLC. That was basically guaranteed before, and then when Rockstar released the Chop Shop update, they kind of switched things up, and sometimes now GTA Plus members wouldn't get the new DLC vehicle that month, or Rockstar would just release the vehicle during a different week and not necessarily at the start of a new GTA Plus month. You know, they didn't always coincide with the new GTA Plus month event period, but either way, it seems like we're going to be getting a similar thing right here, because typically the first drip feed vehicle becomes accessible approximately a week after the DLC's launch, followed by subsequent releases at monthly intervals. So next week we're for sure going to see that Overflod Pipistrello release for the entire player base, and then we'll probably have another DLC vehicle release sometime in July for our second edition. But what sets this DLC apart is the inclusion of a total of 6 unreleased vehicles, hinting at a very prolonged and boring drip feed phase, probably spanning approximately maybe the entire 6 months, which would set us right up to the release of the winter DLC for GTA Online in 2024, assuming we get one of those. And of course, in this video, the order we went through the cars is not the actual order of release, since I did go by manufacturer, but when looking at one specific manufacturer and just isolating that one, the list of the vehicle order that we went through is correct, if that makes sense. We won't see that Vorschlaghammer before the Castigator, for example, but the Vorschlaghammer will 100% be the last San Andreas Super Autos vehicle to release, but that doesn't necessarily mean, you know, the police vehicles that we talked about on Warstock could come after, they could come before, or really any time in between. Rockstar alternates websites when they release new cars all the time, but the last vehicle on a specific website list is always going to be the final one that releases from that particular website, if you get what I'm saying right there. But with all that being said, we're going to wrap things up right here. This is every new DLC car you can expect to release as a part of the Bottom Dollar Bounties DLC drip feed in GTA Online. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video here today, and if you did, hopefully I earned your like on it. And of course, if you are new to my channel and you want to stay up to date with all the best GTA Online and Rockstar Games content, then please consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a single thing we post here on the channel. We consistently talk about updates, news, information, tips, tricks, and even leaks, and we will keep you guys updated here on the channel daily, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube, and you're more than welcome to ask me any questions on those platforms. You can follow me at HazardousHDTV, and all of my social media links can be found in the description down below. Again, with all that being said, thank you all so much for watching, everyone. Hopefully you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next GTA 5 online video. Adios, amigos.